Do you agree that Tesla still stands at the top of the EV game? As more traditional automakers shift to manufacturing EVs and a lot of EV companies start up, Tesla undeniably has a lot of competition. Still, many believe that Tesla remains to be the leading EV company. Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary says Tesla Cybertruck has a really ugly look, but sees beauty in its potential margins. It's amazing how beautiful and ugly can be put in the same sentence and still make sense. Kevin O'Leary notably thinks highly of Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk. Even last year, when a lot of people dropped Tesla like a hot potato because of Musk's messy Twitter acquisition, he predicted Musk's $44 billion offer to acquire Twitter will go through, even before the sale was finalized, and that it'll end up going in Musk's favor. "I happen to have watched Musk forever, and I think this guy is a Teflon man," O'Leary said, "and he can obviously multitask. I bet on him in this deal. By the time all this stuff is over, I think he's going to have a good outcome." O'Leary predicted that Musk will indeed assume ownership of Twitter once the dust settles, saying he thinks the Tesla CEO will improve the social media platform's user experience substantially once in charge. At the time, Twitter was falling behind. O'Leary claimed that many users don't regularly post on it anymore, and with the rise of video content on other platforms, it's losing popularity. "It's a terrible company," O'Leary said. "I use the platform too, and I look at the metrics versus all the others including TikTok and LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. It's the worst in terms of getting your message out." O'Leary shared how he thought Musk is overpaying by 40% in the deal, but added that the inflated number might be worth it in the long run. By owning Twitter, Musk could use his influence and popularity on the platform to financially benefit his other companies, like Tesla and SpaceX. "Tesla is the only car company on Earth that pays nothing on advertising," O'Leary said. He advertised it on the back of Twitter and other social media platforms. Very few people get to own their own unregulated network. In mid-May of this year, O'Leary Ventures chairman Kevin O'Leary joined a Yahoo Finance Live episode to discuss Elon Musk's comments from Tesla's shareholder meeting, Tesla's Cybertruck release, remote work, the banking crisis, and commercial real estate challenges. When asked about what makes Tesla in a better position to capitalize on current trends, O'Leary said that in each quarter there's always the speculation by the market that competition is going to erode margins, competition is going to erode share, competition is going to slow growth, and yet that has not happened. According to him, there is no company yet that transitioned to the effectiveness and efficiency and productivity that Tesla has around the drivetrain, the engine, chipsets, and batteries. So there's a moat around Tesla because it was the first mover, but they've maintained their share through innovation, O'Leary said. Everybody criticized this guy for a million different reasons, but at the end of the day, when you ask somebody if you want to buy an EV, what do they want? They want a Tesla. So GM hasn't come with anything anybody wants. Porsche hasn't done it yet. I'm not saying they won't, but it hasn't happened yet. The O'Leary's venture chairman further shared that while these legendary automakers are making the transition and catching up to Tesla as fast as they can, Tesla has gained more share and reduced the price. "They're getting more aggressive. They're bringing the truck," said O'Leary. "I don't see a bad story here, and it's reflected in the stock, although it's a volatile stock. But if he's saying there's headwinds economically globally, that's the same environment for every company, whether they're in the EV market or not." O'Leary also pointed to one thing that makes Tesla apart from said legendary automakers. What they've got that no one else has is a 100% focus on EV. They're not dealing with legacy engines of any kind, and so you have a much more efficient use and a much more productive company. Talking about the much-anticipated Tesla Cybertruck, which is expected to be released later this year and has caught the world's attention with 1.5 million orders placed as of early May, O'Leary shared his belief that Tesla's Cybertruck is setting the electric vehicle maker up for another big shift in its fortunes. "It's going to be a boom because that crazy-looking vehicle has already shown its popularity on pre-orders for 2 years," O'Leary told Yahoo Finance Live. "It's a very interesting vehicle. It's got a really ugly look. Ugly is interesting. And, to be honest with you, I've got investments in providers that are providing technology for that truck, and we know the demand is huge," he added. "The design may be giving an out-of-the-world appearance, but that could be positive overall for its production efficiency." ARK Invest Director of Investment Analysis and Institutional Strategies Tasha Keeney said the vehicle is the most misunderstood vehicle release that Tesla has had. In the Yahoo Finance Live segment, Keeney said, "This is a really genius design. It's much more cost-effective. It's unlike any other car that we've seen out there, and from an aesthetic basis." The ARK Invest executive further stated, "But really, because they're, using one piece of material, they're not using paint. It's going to be a lot more cost-effective and easier to produce for them, because we know that the paint shop is, somewhat of a choke point for throughput in an automotive factory." Tesla CEO Elon Musk expects the long-awaited Cybertruck will hit mass production in 2023. He has touted that orders crossed 250,000 in the first week of availability, but media reports estimate the total number of reservations is more than 1.5 million for the model. The number of orders received may translate into added margin for the auto manufacturer, according to O'Leary. He said, "The one thing I really like about the story that I learned yesterday on the whole Elon thing, the margins on this truck could be really high," O'Leary said. "I mean, this is going to be, because they've had so much efficiency in manufacturing costs since they announced the truck, they're probably picking up, 10 to 12% more margin on that thing." Despite a first-quarter delivery miss that dented year-to-date shareholder returns, Tesla stock has been one of the top 10 S&P 500 performers this year. When the company held its annual shareholder meeting in Austin in mid-May, Musk said, "Tesla is not immune to the global economic environment." That acknowledgement is significant for the EV maker, as it has yet to disclose the price for its truck with a shape as unconventional as its go-to-market strategy. As long as the Cybertruck's price is competitive with those of pickup trucks currently on the road, the vehicle may well offer Tesla a successful first foray into the automotive category, without sacrificing demand witnessed by deposits. I just don't think the vehicle is getting enough attention for the genius cost dynamics here, especially when people are commenting that they're worried about demand price action for electric vehicles. Keeney said, "This is a car that allows Tesla to get great margins and to be able to charge attractive prices compared to the competition." Analysts have been sounding out the potential volume lift Cybertruck can give to Tesla. Future Fund's Gary Black sees the launch of Cybertruck later this year as a big catalyst for Tesla. The fund manager expects deliveries of this EV pickup truck to be in the range of 200,000 units in 2024, adding 40 cents per share in earnings. While many analysts still are sharing why the Tesla Cybertruck is a yes or a no, there have been 1.5 million orders placed as of early May. This basically means that many people at least want to own Tesla's much-anticipated new vehicle. In fact, as early as May 2021, Electrek reported that the Cybertruck had reached 1 million pre-orders according to a tracker they used, with the number going up to 1.25 million by August 2021 and 1.3 million by November 2021. By November 2022, the tracker showed more than 1.6 million reservations for the Tesla Cybertruck. That is an impressive number, but it's worth noting the data come from a crowdsourced tracker that has no affiliation with Tesla, so this is not an exact amount, but an estimate. However, it is important to note that anyone can place a reservation for the Tesla Cybertruck by paying a $100 fully refundable deposit, which is far from a legally binding agreement. As a result, the 1.6 million pre-orders at the time cannot be assimilated to confirmed orders. However, even if 10% of the claimed reservations materialize into actual orders, it's still very strong demand for a vehicle that lacks pricing information and specifications before the expected start of production. Make sure to subscribe for more.